Eight-time world champion Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Another right hook. Straight left hand. Pacquiao's landing at will. Hard left hand.
Pacquiao defends his world welterweight title against Chris Algieri, an iron-willed undefeated champ with a chance of a lifetime.
Algieri has way too much heart for one person.
Can America's rising superstar dethrone a boxing icon? Pacquiao versus Algieri, Saturday, November 22nd. See it here.
Good evening, Bahamas. You're tuned into MB12 Weekend, broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. Coming up tonight in news, Dr. Hubert Minnis retains leadership of the Free National Movement in a landslide win. This as a new deputy leader and chairman take the posts. The first of 9 Grand Bahama crash victims laid to rest. Plus, it's that time of year again. The Salvation Army launches its annual Kettlebell Drive. I'm Paige McCartney. We've got those stories and more straight ahead on MB12 Weekend. Welcome once again to MB12. Dr. Hubert Minnis held on to the Free National Movement's top post in a landslide victory last night during the party's one-day convention. We understand the opposition leader secured more than twice the votes of his now former deputy and sole challenger, Loretta Butler Turner. Party officials say the FNM has the right leadership team in place to begin addressing the needs and concerns of a country it feels is headed in the wrong direction. Shanique Miller reports.
Presenting its Free National Movement as a party with a newly defined vision and a newly cemented leadership, FNM leader Dr. Hubert Minnis says the party is now single-focused with the aim of the 2017 general election.
Your vote today is about the future. A bright FNM future.
I's FNM, you's FNM, we's FNM, she's FNM, hey! I's FNM, you's FNM.
Your vote is a call to action. It is a call for a more energized, a more united, and a more focused leadership. I hear you. Our leadership team hears you. And I will make sure that the entire Bahamas hears you.
Beginning the process of piecing together a splintered party, Minnis ensured that party supporters knew the FNM's tent was an all-inclusive one.
Whether you are old or young, MCMs or torchbearers, whether you joined with Sir Cecil, Ingram, or Minnis, it's time to unite. We are one FNM. Together we stand, and divided we will fall.
In a show of solidarity, Minnis called former Deputy Leader Loretta Butler Turner up to the forefront, thanking her for her role in the party and also for the way she handled herself in the recent leadership race.
I want to say to Loretta publicly on our national radio and TV that you are formidable. Unlike your grandfather, fearless. Your tenacity and clarity of purpose has no doubt inspired many to commit themselves to our mission to replace this ineffective, embarrassing government. Loretta, you have made me stronger. I say There's a place for you in the FNM. The FNM needs you. I need you. The people across this country need you. You have taught me much over these past few months and have made me even more battle ready.
I think I ran a really good campaign, a very disciplined campaign. Obviously, the delegates had a choice. They made their choice. I think at the end of the day, my message has also been that we come out of this unified. I think the most important thing, that we be a unified party. And I'm prepared to still continue the fight that I've always carried for the Bahamian people. That's the position I have. Hopefully, we can move forward and go after our real opponents, which is the PLP. And so we're going to put all of our efforts behind them as we have before.
As for Minnes's invitation to work alongside his new leadership team, Butler Turner appeared willing.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
Dr. Dwayne Sands lost his bid for deputy leader. Although dejected, he visibly supported the new leadership team. Sands could be seen walking behind Dr. Minnis as he made his way to the front of Convention Hall. And then Minnis extended the olive branch.
I invite to the floor, I invite here with me, ready to go to Government House. I invite to the floor, I invite here with me another young man who would be joining us in this battle as we march towards Government House and take over this government. Dr. Dwayne Sands, join me.
With the promise that he and his team will hit the ground running, Minnis looked toward the general elections of 2017. He talked about areas that continue to be a concern for many Bahamians: crime, education reform, the economy, land ownership, the Grand Bahama economy, and transformation of inner-city communities here in New Providence.
Bahamians everywhere are crying out for leaders with integrity, leaders who will not compromise, and leaders who will listen and act in the best interests of the people and not themselves. FNMs, it's our time now. The road is not easy, and the task ahead is hard. But our brothers and sisters are depending on us, and I don't know about you, but I don't plan on letting them down.
Reporting for NB12, I'm Shanique Miller.
Well, FNM MP Peter TURNQUEST also walked out of the FNM's convention victorious last night. TURNQUEST defeated former Chairman Darren Cash, who got only 19 votes, and their Deputy Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands, who secured just 144 votes. TURNQUEST says he needs the support of all FNM members if the party is to forge ahead stronger.
Tonight, the baton of the deputy leader has been passed. And it is with profound gratitude and great humility that I accept it on your behalf. It is a huge privilege and an honor, which carries great responsibility. I thank you for the warm and generous support and welcome you've given me during this process. I am gratified and eager to get to work.
And newly elected Chairman Michael Pintard said this one is for the island of Grand Bahama. Pintard beat out his opponent, Fenton Nemore, by more than 200 votes, despite having just announced his bid for chairman 2 days before the convention. He said this is now a period of healing and regrouping for the FNM.
And so tonight, we ask you, FNMs, are you ready? Are you ready? You see, some days we will release a press release to create awareness about the dysfunction of this government. Some days we'll issue some statements about this government. But I want you to know, on other days, we need all of you downtown Bay Street to talk to this government. Are you ready, FNMs?
And shifting gears, as the rain poured today, so did the tears of the family members and loved ones of pilot Farkan Cooper. He was laid to rest today, nearly 2 weeks after that deadly plane crash at the Grand Bahama shipyard, which claimed the lives of 8 others, including world-renowned pastor Dr. Miles Monroe, his wife Ruth, Captain Stanley Thurston, Pastor Richard Pinder, motivational speaker Diego de Santiago, and the Parks family. Simone Davis attended that ceremony at Bahamas Faith Ministries, and she filed this report.
Many grieving hearts are gathered here at BFM celebrating the life of Captain Farkan Cooper, who perished in that plane crash. Quiet, kind, generous, shy, and loving, all the words used to describe Cooper. One thing everyone agreed on was that Cooper was ambitious and always followed his dreams.
Talk to you later.
Hey there now. Where'd you go? You left me here, so unexpected.
I watched Farkan as he matured professionally, mature in his family life, a good Christian fellow. Being a loving and caring father to his family. But more than ever, I observe and I made comments a few times to my colleagues of the urgency he placed on things that he felt he needed to do.
To say that Farkan was a larger-than-life character would be an understatement. He will always be remembered as a great team player, a great worker, and an awesome friend. Verified by his many awards and accolades, his eagerness to learn, his willingness to work, and his skills. Those were only surpassed by his positive influence in our lives and his zest for life. Farkan was very much loved, and he will be greatly missed.
His best friend William McCartney recalled his fondest memories of Cooper.
You know, Farkan was one of a kind. The more I row him, the more he comforted me. Farkan used to come, as I have an automotive store also. And when my staff heard the news, I almost had to close the store because Farkan is well known for coming in my store bare feet or only having on socks. Farkan do not like shoes. For some reason, I don't know. The first time he come, I used to rob him. Farkan, what? Come on, this is a business. You come in here with just socks. You were no junta. What? I just gave up at one point, and I said, that's him.
Church leaders say although today's homegoing service is a sad moment, Cooper's life is to be celebrated. Among those attending today's funeral were Minister of Transport and Aviation Glennis Hannah Martin and Charissa and Chiro Monroe, who lost their parents, Pastors Miles and Ruth Monroe, in that tragic plane crash in Grand Bahama. Cooper is survived by his wife, Tina, and their 2 sons. Reporting for NB12 Weekend, I'm Simone Davis.
Meantime, a tragic incident in Andros left an 11-year-old boy dead this morning. Authorities believe the little boy and a 9-year-old boy, believed to be his cousin, were playing around with a gun in the Bearing Point area at around 10 this morning when the weapon went off. The 11-year-old was shot in the process. Just last week, police urged licensed gun owners to take proper measures to secure their guns. And police are searching for an escaped prisoner who reportedly made a run for it as he was being transported from Grand Bahama to the capital. The prisoner is 40-year-old Shem Edward Solomon. Take a look at his picture. He's described as having a medium brown complexion, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, slim build, with short brown hair. Police say he also has a gold tooth. Solomon is described as armed and extremely dangerous, and if you come into contact with him, you should approach with caution. If you know where Shem Edward Solomon is, contact police at the National Crime Prevention Office. The number there is 302-8430 or 1.